time for dinner with Nanny Bubby. Woo! 3:01 it actually is. That's unusual for me to show up at 3:01 and not 3 o'clock. But nonetheless, here I am and so happy to be here. Hope you guys are all having a really, really, really great day. So, let me just tell you, if you have not booked your ticket to Nanny Bubby's Holiday Gather, you are missing out. Now, I know Frank is here, first one here, and one of the great people who've already booked their ticket for next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Listen, if you've always wanted to step inside a Norman Rockwell painting at this time of year, this is your opportunity to gather with a group of same-minded individuals who love to bring people together around wonderful food, for all of us to share great moments together. I've already woken up in the middle of the night and begun to figure out, hey Susie, and attempted to figure out exactly what the menu is going to be on Tuesday and what I'm going to be teaching you. I've got some great things, hey Jelana, and some great surprises. So if you haven't booked your ticket, the cart is going to be closing soon. So it's $97 per ticket. It's a family ticket, and the link to buy that ticket will be underneath this video after I post the video, when I'm not live anymore, but when it's then on tape. So if you haven't booked your ticket, there are only 2 seats left, and the cart is closing very, very soon. So there's 2 deadlines that we're working up against. If those 2 seats go right now, you're out of luck. If you're a bit on the fence, get off the fence and go to nannybubby.com/holidaygather and book your $97 ticket now, or that cart will be closing at the latest either Sunday night or Monday, and you're going to be out of luck there too. So don't delay. Book your ticket now. Join some wonderful people. So right now, what we're going to be doing, hello, I lost my voice. Let me take a little drink here. What we're going to be doing is, yesterday when I was on Channel 8, I did the Brussels sprouts on a stalk, which you can see right here. Let me move all of this out of the way so that you can see these just a little bit better. They are so beautiful. We seasoned them and roasted them yesterday on Channel 8. Everybody in the studios just freaked out. They go, what are those? We've never seen that before. They were so blown away. And then everybody tasted them. Well, the key to these, oh, thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. I love that when you guys do that. Aside, hey, April Becker, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, April Becker is running for Congress. So listen, April, this is a great group of individuals that you happen to come online with right now. And April, we are personally inviting you to join our holiday gather, our Nanny Bubby holiday gather. It's a $97 ticket to meet with 10 same-minded individuals. If you've always wanted to walk into a Norman Rockwell painting and bring that feel of holiday beauty and love into your own home, this event, all of us together sharing ideas, is going to inspire you to bring more love and receive more love during the holiday season. So don't delay, book your ticket now, nannybubby.com/holidaygather. I had to go back through that, everybody, because April Becker showed up, and I'm so happy to see her. She's running for Congress. If she's in your district and you need to vote, you see her name on the ballot, vote for April. She's a great lady. She'll represent the people of Southern Nevada beautifully, beautifully on a fan. And she's gorgeous on top of that, right? Can you imagine having somebody beautiful instead of those old guys with, you know, although, listen, there's nothing wrong with old guys, but she is quite engaging to listen to and to look at. All right, should I talk about food and not beauty now? Because food is beauty, right? Food is beauty, that's for darn sure. Okay, so the dipping sauce. Frank says he loves the dipping sauce. And so let me take you through it right now. This is going to be a fast one today because Nanny Bubby has a lot to prepare for Tuesday night. So if you're ready, Let me take you through it. The dipping sauce, which can be used for artichokes, which can be actually used cold for other like crudité vegetables, if you would like, is very, very simple. So let me get everything prepared here. What we're going to do is we're going to take our mayonnaise and put in about 1/3 of a cup for this recipe, about 1/3 of a cup of mayonnaise. So I'm just going to squeeze that out because this is actually a no recipe recipe. It's not by, you know, if you use this and use that and use this and use that, it will be perfect. It's more by, listen, if you like a little spicier taste, you're going to use a little more Dijon mustard. You're going to use a little more cayenne pepper than what I do, or a little less. So, okay, there's the mayo all the way in. Hey, Lisa Dell. This is a no recipe for dipping sauce that you can use for your Brussels sprouts stock. Look at, I mean, these are so beautiful, I can't stand it. Or your artichoke, or a crudité, or name something else that you could use a veggie dipping sauce for. Give me something else that you think might work. Okay, I'm dying to hear it, guys. All right. Oh, this mustard exploded yesterday on Channel 8. It's going to explode today. Okay, about 3 tablespoons of the Dijon mustard. Now again, this is a no recipe. So what you have to do is you have to make it to your own taste. So we're going to whip this together with a whisk, smooth it out nice and neatly, get that all incorporated, and we're going to add a little bit of the white balsamic vinegar, about 1 tablespoon or 2. Now I say white balsamic vinegar because sometimes you don't want to turn the dipping sauce, which is a beautiful sort of golden, creamy colored ivory, I think. You don't want to change the color. And yesterday Kendall Tenney asked me, carrots are good, Susie. Kendall Tenney asked me what would happen if you use the dark balsamic vinegar. And I said it would change its color and that might not be appetizing. But this is the vanilla and fig, and I think it would be very delicious. And I think it's going to make it just a little deeper. So I'm going to use it today. Let's see what happens. Going from this beautiful golden, if you can see, and we're going to put in about, there we go, about 1 tablespoon of the regular dark balsamic vinegar instead of the white balsamic, and we're going to whip this in. Now the first thing that happens is the mayo and the mustard will kind of curdle a bit. Now look at that, look at the color of that. That really just looks, actually I like the idea of that better. And the vanilla and fig is flavored in a way that you may not even need the stevia in this. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a lemon, and I like the idea of carrots. I'm looking for a knife, would you believe? Let's grab a knife. Okay, here we go. Like that. Take about 1/4 of a lemon, which will give you about 1 tablespoon or so, maybe even more, and just squeeze that right in. There we go. Pick out the seeds, should one fall in, which one just did. So let me grab that out. There we go. Okay. Now this will curdle a bit too, but never fear, because what happens is it all gets incorporated. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. All so smooth and beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to take a little bit of garlic salt, which I think is really necessary. And not even salt, garlic powder, I apologize. And sprinkle that garlic powder in. Now, usually I always use fresh garlic, right? But in this case, a dipping sauce doesn't need lumps in it. Wouldn't you agree with that? Wouldn't you agree? Okay, and then a bit of cayenne pepper. The way that I measure cayenne is boop, boop. That's it. That's how Nanny Bubby measures cayenne. Boop, boop. That's it. Jennifer Tuttle, how are you? Nice to see you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Just reminding everybody to book your ticket. Cart is closing soon and there's only 2 seats left. So if you're on the fence and you think you want to book a ticket, go to nannybubby.com/holidaygather. And by the way, the link will be posted under this video when I post the video. So what we're missing now, let me taste this, is a little bit of salt. So let me get the salt in. About half teaspoon of kosher salt. And, oh my goodness. There we go. And some fresh ground pepper. I'm going to taste this to see if it needs the stevia. Now, I use stevia in anything dipping like this because if you put in sugar, it takes so long to dissolve, it'll be just not as good. So I use the liquid stevia, or I would even use maple syrup. I'm reading what you wrote. So the holiday gathers at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I don't know if that works. I don't know if, Lisa, if you're thinking that you work or not, but it's going to be at 6 o'clock at night, and Jennifer's going to be driving home from Coronado. So you're going to lose me right now in a bit. Okay, all right. I'm up to speed now on everybody's comments. All right, let's taste this. And with the vanilla and fig in it, let's see if it needs a little bit of sweetness. Oh. It does. And I'll tell you why. Because the cayenne, which is fantastic, and the garlic powder really need just something, just a little something to temper it. So hold on just a minute. So I will tell you that this, I want to show this to you. This is organic stevia. Oh, I forgot to flip my apron, didn't I? And it's too late now. Wait a minute, hold on. That way you can see everything so much better. There we go. Okay. So, yep, I just saw you say that, Susie. Flip my apron. This is the organic stevia, and it is really sweet. It's really sweet. It comes in this very big container, and 1 or 2 or 3 drops really are a lot. It's like 1 or 2 or 3 teaspoons of sugar. So there we go. That was kind of a lot. Just sort of drained right out. But a little goes a long way of this particular brand of stevia. Thank you, Susie. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, let's give this a taste. Let me rinse this. Absolutely delicious. So you've got the spice of the cayenne pepper. You can taste the garlic powder. You can taste the sweetness, just a little bit of sweetness. And speaking of sisters, Heather is here too, and Judy Woods is here. Hey, everybody. And it really is good. So what you can dip in this, so let me just show this to you. So those of you who are joining late, can't stop eating it. I used the dark balsamic in this, and what it did instead of the white balsamic is it really turned it an even richer color. And if you can see that, let me lower that so you can see it, just ever so slightly, but a much richer color. And then it's almost more inviting. Hello, Heather. And I want to show you what came out of my garden the other day. I don't want to jinx this garden, but I will tell you that my farmer said, I've never seen a garden like this. She said, you just have something magical going on back here, for which we can't put our finger on, but we take it as we get it, right? But she said she's never seen peppers come off the vine green, and once cut, they turn red. And this was these were all 100% green when they came off the vine, and they are turning red. They're ripening and turning red, which is just amazing. You can see this one is just, even this little one was green and now it's turning yellow. And she said that does not happen. It doesn't happen that peppers ripen the way that tomatoes do once you pull them off the vine. It's kind of crazy, right? So I'm going to take this little red one here, because I am craving. I know, isn't that interesting, Lisa? I think so too. I mean, I have had some magical stuff. I just pulled off those 3 eggplant that I made the ratatouille out of in December. And eggplant is supposed to be done in September, maybe October. And those things just kept growing and growing and growing. And you can tell, I just want you to know, the way that you can tell whether eggplant is ready to come off the vine is the skin, which is very, very shiny, turns to a matte. And when that skin turns matte, that's when it's time to cut. So they were shiny, 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 and I just let them keep growing and growing and growing. And the next thing you know, I had unbelievable eggplant. But the most unbelievable thing of all was a 6.1 pound sweet potato, followed by a 4.5 pound sweet potato, right? They were unbelievable. So let me rinse this. Go. Okay, and let me cut this because I'm going to use the pepper to dip in the dipping sauce, right? So I wonder, you know, this is not quite as big as what I'm used to cutting, but I'm still going to cut it the way that I normally do. Can you see this? Down the side, down the ribs. Look at that. Okay, all cut. That gets thrown away. These are spicy peppers. Okay, ready? So, when you're adding the cayenne, it's definitely a boop, boop. It's not a boop. Boop, boop. That's how much cayenne. Just don't do boop one time because it's not enough. This one, I turn this upside down so I'm not double dipping. This one is definitely just absolutely perfect. It was the right amount of stevia, which was just a boop also. And Judy says, you must have good soil and nutrients. I must. I did plant, I mean, it was very expensive, but I put a ton of organic soil in there. And I have to ask my landscaper, because I said I only want organic soil, and he went and got it for me. And I don't know where he got it, but it is magical. Very good. All right, everybody. How are you spending your weekend? Tell me really quick how you're spending your weekend. And while you tell me, I'm going to tell you how I'm spending mine. I am putting together a wonderful agenda for Nanny Bubby's holiday gather, and it is going to be fun-filled. I've got some wonderful recipes that I'm very excited to share that I've never done before, that are just really are going to add over the topness to your holiday dinner, should you choose to cook any of the things that I'm cooking for you that day. If you have joined and bought your ticket, please email to me at marla@nannybubby.com your very favorite family holiday recipe, maybe a side dish or appetizer. And just as I did for our winter's retreat, I'm going to pick my very favorite one to cook. And I'm going to be just spending the time pulling the show together for everybody, making sure that Zoom link is working 100%, and just going for it all together. And it's just going to be a great night, and I can't wait to see you all there. Cart is closing too. Oh yeah, some celery and cheese to dip. Well, celery would be great in this, of which I have growing out back. Pretty soon it's time to pick that too. So if you haven't booked your ticket yet, cart is going to be closing and there's only 2 seats left. So if you're on the fence, get off the fence and book nannybubby.com/holidaygather, or the link will be underneath this video once I post it. That's it for me, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the weekend. I know I will. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go out and spread love like butter. Bye, everybody.